Okay. A big win for your team this weekend. Coach Coleman from Arkansas Pine Bluff joins us. A conference win opener against Alcorn State. Talk a little bit about that, and then if you could talk about your upcoming game. You head down to Prairie View this weekend. Another big conference matchup for you.
Yes, it was a very big win for us this weekend here. Home opener against Alcorn. Very good football game. I think both teams played extremely well. We were just able to come out the second half and put some points on the board to win that football game. Very impressed with the team this week. It was a no give up attitude. We were down 20-10 going into halftime, and then we came back with 17 unanswered points the second half, which I was very proud that the guys came out and played the way they played. It's one of those type of attitudes that makes a head coach extremely proud. Very impressed with Alcorn, and they played very hard. I'm just very fortunate that we were able to win the football game. This week we'll be traveling to Houston to play Prairie View. We have not started to look at them. We did watch their first game last week and broke it down, but we'll get heavily on them today and throughout the rest of the week, getting ready for that Prairie View game. We know it's another conference game, and it's a long trip for us. We'll be leaving on Friday and getting ready for that Prairie View game.
We'll open it up for questions for head coach Monte Coleman from Arkansas Pine Bluff.
Coach, I see Morrell. Your defense made two big interceptions right there, both of them, I think, in the fourth quarter to kind of set up the win for you. But, at the same time, Alcorn State made some pretty good plays against the secondary. What adjustments did you guys make to get yourselves in position for the secondary to kind of fill it up for you?
Well, there wasn't a whole lot of adjustments. I see basically what we did, we blew a lot of coverage that first half. We had some mental mistakes with guys running wide open. This is the second week that we've done it. And what we told them at halftime was just do your job. A lot of the busted coverages wasn't on the coverage, but they're just trying to do more than they should do. And we're telling them just do your job first. And if you do that, everything will be all right. That's what happened the second half. We came out and played a little better. As far as doing our job first before we try our teammate.
Right, Coach. How relieved are you, with the offensive numbers? I mean, 406 total yards, which is about 1.5 times better than what you did against Langston last week. And I know you're going to want to put up those numbers again against Prairie.
Well, the thing I was more pleased with this week, opposed to the first week, was the rushing yards. I think we had 238 yards rushing. That's what we want to build this team on. Our offensive team is a rush offense. When you've got an Adrian Moore and Justin Billings and people like that, Stephen Jones, we should be able to run the football. And I was very pleased with our rush offense this week.
Right. Do you want to build your team on the rushing because you're deep at the running backs?
Well, we want to be able to rush the football. Running the football is it's been a signature for us here at UAPB for a lot of years. Allen, Mickey Dean, and players like that. So that's one thing that we do want to continue to do is rush the football. And plus, that's. If you can run the football, it opens up opportunities for you to throw the football and vice versa. So we want to be balanced and run and pass. We don't just want to be just known as a passing offense.
Right. Coach, what concerns you about Prairie View, the little bit that you know about them?
I don't know a whole lot to even make that comment right now. I will be able to discuss it with you when you come by to see me, but we'll start really breaking them down a lot more today. I know there are multiple offensive set. They have a very good defense, and I'm sure they're very well coached. So we'll get started on them today.
Yeah. Are you guys healthy right now? And what's the condition of Winters and Eckwood?
Eckwood has a pulled hamstring that he's been laboring for the last month or so. And Winters, he had that knee surgery, and he hadn't bounced back from that. He has not been released from the doctor yet. So we're just waiting on those guys to get healthy.
Okay. Is there any chance of return for those two? I would imagine maybe there's a chance.
Yes. It's kind of a game-by-game situation with both of those guys.
Okay. All right. And, Harris, Dorian Harris, he got to play, but he made one tackle. I know part of that was because he kind of switched to two linebacker format right there. Is that defense kind of something you want to go with a little bit more, and will Harris get a chance to, make some more stops like he did last year out of that defense?
Oh, absolutely. Harris will get an opportunity to play. He'll play this week. Depending on what the offense does, we'll play nickel. This particular game, they played a lot of 5 wide receivers, so that made us go to a nickel-type front, a 4-2-5. And depending on what the offense gives us, of course, we've got to strategize and put the right personnel on the field, and that's what we did. We pulled a linebacker and put another secondary guy in.
Okay, all right. And it had nothing to do with, him, just bouncing back from the hamstring or anything?
No, not at this time.
Okay.
Hey, Coach Coleman. Good morning. Charles Evans from WPRL.
Good morning, Charles.
Talk about the poise of Ben Anderson, and watching the game the other night, it just seemed like under duress he was able to find his targets and make plays.
Ben, he matured a lot this particular ball game, being a young quarterback. I think it started when we pulled him the first game. I think third quarter, I don't know when it was, but third quarter, so we pulled him and put C.J. Branch in, and then we put him back in. He was a little bit different quarterback, had a little more poise, and I think that poise carried over this particular ball game. He didn't get rattled. Alcorn blitzed him. They hit him. They did a lot of things at him, gave him a lot of different formations and stuff, defensive formations, and he was able to maintain his cool. So, my hat's off to Ben. After 2 games, he was able to maintain his poise under fire this game, and I thought he played well.
Coach, talk a little bit about Alcorn's defense. Despite the fact you were able to get some things done in the second half, there was a lot of hard hits, and they were able to cause you to put the ball on the ground.
I said that going into the game. The thing you like about Alcorn defense is they've got 11 guys running to the football, and as a defensive coach, that's what you love to see. It's kind of like playing golf. If a guy hits a great shot, even if you're playing against him, a great shot in golf is a great shot, regardless of who's doing it. It's the same thing with defenses, and I like to watch Alcorn because they do have a very aggressive defense. They run to the football, all 11 guys. There were some big hits, and unfortunately, we were able to put the ball on the ground twice, and still, won't come out of there with a victory. But very aggressive defense, very very disciplined defense, and they play well.
Are you accepting of the growing pains of this freshman quarterback? Because you all had some receivers open that he couldn't connect, and he made some plays that probably a more veteran quarterback probably wouldn't have made. So I'm sure you're probably accepting the growing pains of this freshman quarterback.
And you have to. You know what you're getting into when you start a freshman as a quarterback. And we are accepting the growing pains. And the thing that we're doing, Coach Dooley as our coordinator and quarterback coach, he is repping him. He's letting him know of the mistakes. And he made some mistakes the first game that he didn't make the second game. So, he's improving. And I thought he played better this game than he did the first game.